Good morning, traders. Good morning, Dennis, Rick, Robert, Chad, Jim, JC, who loves lunatic, Yolanda, Pablo, Peterson, Back Road Bound, Tamimi, Bill VW, Jody, Raphael, Mr. Rodriguez, Stephen, David. Glad you all could make it this morning. Harry, Flo. Good morning, Frank. Hopefully we'll get some stock plays this morning. It was awful yesterday. I think we had one, maybe two. Good morning, Installer Pro and Dana. Yeah, I was noticing earlier too, a couple of them was moving, but they fell right back down. I have no story for American Airlines. Down from yesterday, still down. You want my lucky guess, it's going to go down or up. That's about the best I can do. If they're not moving in these columns, I really don't care about them. They always fly just before we get a chance to trade. That's pretty typical of the market. Good morning, Robert Pro. We are running into some sign-up issues. I noticed yesterday 25 people joined, but none of them had access to the channels. Even after doing the CAPTCHA thing. So I'm having to manually make them a member. Hopefully we overcome it soon so they don't get frustrated. Good morning, Alfredo. We had a nice little crowd yesterday, and I want to thank everybody for joining. And if you're new, welcome aboard. Here we go. Let's see what's going to move here. Looks like Zap. We should come into this one buying shortly, I would think, once they find it. That's if they're interested, of course. Make sure your chart is on EXT or you won't be able to buy pre-market. If you're new here, we're watching this momentum column here. It tracks stocks for the last 30 minutes. If they've been moving, it gives them a score. The higher the score, the more stronger the stock. Kind of like to click down at the bottom and work my way up, see if we can catch them near the bottoms. We also like to see a volume spike right beside these numbers. That tells us if it's buyers or sellers. It's either going to be bearish or bullish. So each day we wait and we watch numbers. We don't search for stocks. This is our pre-market scan. These scripts will automatically pull them up to the top if there is one moving. Morning, Sandra, MB. Frank White. Frank, you're trying to load too many stocks. Go to your scan and reduce it down to display 50. You should be okay. Good morning, James. You don't have to display all of them, just the top 50 is fine. If they're moving down below, they're going to pop up to the top. Just keep that in mind. Looks like Zap is struggling to get much higher. And if you're new here, I'll do a walkthrough about 6:30. Let's get past market open, see if I can get a stock play here. See if you can get one as well. If you haven't been here before, as soon as the stock starts moving, it's going to pop up at the top of this watch list. Never trade off my screen if you're new here. Sometimes I'm delayed up to 5 minutes. This morning it's only running a couple of seconds, but that could change any minute. Still haven't gotten past the YouTube troubles. I have found a back door to get this stream scheduled yesterday. I sent them a video of the troubles I was having, and they were able to replicate my issues. Told me just to use the back door that I found. Well, that's no tech support in my book. MGRX wanting to make a move. Needs to get above this high right here. Actually, I should have moved it a little higher. I kind of missed that one. Let's go to this one here. So this is going to be a resistance level if it can't break through. What I'm looking for is for this stock to break through, come back down and retest this level as support. If it becomes support, that's when you want to consider an entry. Not looking like it's going to make it. There's no bullish signal there. Bob, that's how I feel about it. Like we don't know what to do. I don't know why you would remove an icon to schedule live streams and move it over to another section of YouTube where I have to go find it to schedule the live stream. Let's put it back on the page it belongs. Harry, I don't mess with any of that stuff. I don't mess with earnings. I don't mess with news. I mess with numbers. We are strictly scalpers, and we're watching for anything to move in these two columns, and we're going to grab a piece of it when we can. If it has news and it's good news, you'll see that stock pop up right up here. And it'll take off. If it's bad news, it may pop up here and fall. Everything is about buyers and sellers. All the rest of the activity is what triggers the buyers and sellers. So we're watching for triggers. ICU starting to move. That was a play yesterday as well. Actually made it to $1 in after hours trading yesterday. I think our trading floor was watching it all day yesterday. Gregster, I think I saw him predicting $1. And he did get it. So I'm not much of a penny stock player, as you well know. So I won't be buying these cheaper stocks unless it's just too good to be true. I may jump in. Harry, with these two scripts here, we don't have to do anything but watch numbers. We don't go searching. We don't go looking out for this. Some of you may still do, but eventually I'll convert you. You'll be just watching numbers. Kind of like all the indicators disappeared on my chart except for 2 moving averages and a couple of arrows. I don't even have the volume bars. I don't care about them. This label tells me everything I need to know, and I'll get into that at 6:30. See Zap trying to make a small push up from the drop. Probably not going to happen. Looks like we have a soft start to this pre-market open. No really big movers yet. I see you said CRKN News, and it's up here, but it's not doing anything. Number 3 in the list. So if you notice in my volume spike list, my NANDs are gone. Thanks to Ford, the subscriber. He showed me that I forgot to put a space between 2 quotes. And that's why it was showing up. So if those NANDs bother you, if you watch the screen, I'll show you how simple it is to fix. You just right-click on volume spike, edit formula, and right here where it says else, just put a space between these 2 quotes. That's how technical coding is. You make one little tiny error, and it lets you know. Just put a little space between these 2, and those NANDs will disappear. And thank you, Ford. I searched it and searched it. I wasn't even looking for spaces, to tell you the truth. I was looking for colons, semicolons, and you name it. I never thought about the space. So good call, Mr. Ford. Robert, I'll repeat it again so everybody pay attention. Right click on volume spike, edit formula. Down here where it says else, put a space between these 2 quotes. Apply it, save it, whatever you have to do, and those NANDs will disappear. I'll put it over in general chat, or Mr. Ford can put it over there if he doesn't mind. Thank you, sir. We do have a mover here. ICU still trying to go again. Always watch these numbers even when we're off subject. You could miss a big play. And I tend to do that every now and then because I'm also chatting and watching the text boxes and watching subscribers and watching for errors, and I'm watching. Lots to do on my end. Thank you, Pedro. I appreciate that. That's actually what I used to do when I had fear of price. If you don't know what fear of price is, try buying a lot of shares and spending a lot of money and worrying about the price. Is it going to go up or down? That'll kind of help you out, get you focusing in the right direction on that video. It worked for me. For many years, I used it because every time, things repeat itself. Like, what am I doing wrong? Am I watching the wrong thing? Sure could use a stock to buy this morning. About 12 more minutes, I'll do a walkthrough for everybody that's new. Right now, we're drinking coffee for those of us who are just waking up. I know some of you may be going to bed. As we wait on numbers to pop up, rub it in, Installer Pro, rub it in. I know I made a mistake. If you ever get into coding, you'll realize how simple it is to leave something out. You could have everything right and not have something as simple as a space in the right spot, and it doesn't work, and you keep rewriting the script, not realizing it's only the space. I know it's a little boring right now. Nothing I can do. I can give you the best scripts, but I can't move the market. All we can do is be patient. Investing is about patience. Waiting for the right one to plant itself before your eyes. Without these two scripts, you'd be really busy right now looking for something to buy, or looking for what's moving, or looking to see all of the other websites. What's moving? What are y'all doing? I got rid of all that with these two scripts. Now we can focus on trading, not searching. MGRX made a little bump there. It's bullish. Once they get a score, just watch this volume spike column. Once they take off, you will notice right away. Watch for those percentages to increase. That's what tells you it's moving. So the momentum column is letting you know these are the active stocks. The volume spike column is letting you know when they're going to move. Yeah, these stocks will help you get out of bed. You make a few dollars. And you're here every morning at 5:55. Some of you are here earlier than that, 5:30. Of course, I'm there with you at 5:30. I'm there at 5 o'clock, actually. Thank you, Mr. Ford. So if you're looking up here and you say, well, this one's bullish and this one's bullish, you have to really watch the number. This could be a single purchase. That's how sensitive these scripts are. One purchase will trigger a bullish if it's a upward direction. But if nobody else comes in to buy it, it's going to be stuck here saying bullish. So we want these percentages moving. Still good to know that someone did make a purchase here or here, but the buyers didn't come in behind them. Good morning, Danish. Looking at the SPY, it's trickling downwards at the moment. I'm starting to have the strangest feeling that we haven't seen the worst of the market yet with all this administration issues. I think it's going to keep us down until the resolutions start coming in. And hopefully they come in. A lot of people moving to Texas from California. Get calls from them every day. Chad, they do not. We're all pulling data from the same spot, no matter where you're located. So let me get this introduction done. I am Ricky Gaspard. I am a guy who trades from his home office. I'm also a ThinkScript coder, and I've been trading since 1990. I coded these two scripts here in the last 6 months. Actually, it's been about longer than that, but they were in the works for quite a few. And we finally landed on a secret formula. Praise the Lord. And they are working fine. They're working fantastic. We're now scoring the stock. As soon as it starts moving, they get a score here. I like to start clicking from the lowest number up, try to catch them at the bottom, just before the moves. And I watch for this volume spike to kick in once I see one really flying. The stocks that are good will work their way up to the top of the list. So once you see one triggering over here, I've also coded this pullback strategy. You're looking at the 5 EMA and the 13 EMA. When the stock spikes over here, we look for a crossover of these two moving averages, and we look for these arrows to kick in. These are volume spike arrows. We also monitor the current candle. If this candle is bullish and buyers are coming in, you will see a bullish signal pop in up here. If it's bearish, it'll say bearish up here. Once we see the spike, we immediately go to this volume bar and see if there's enough volume in there for us to get in and get out safely. We also monitor if there's more buyers than sellers, and I coded this into the volume label here. So we currently had more buyers just then. So this is monitoring the entire volume of this stock that we have charted. So now we have more sellers than buyers. So to make it simple, you see the volume spike, you click on it, you instantly can confirm this without too much trouble. You look for a green label down here and a green one up here and make your decision to buy. You do that over and over again, it just becomes a natural movement for you. Nothing really to trick you or make you have to study. You just have to come here every morning, watch these live streams, and watch me do it over and over and over. That's how it works. Repetitive means you will remember it. If you haven't joined our YouTube channel, that's where I make my money, if you want to call it money. Every now and then YouTube will buy me a cup of coffee, but I need you to like the videos, subscribe to YouTube, and make a comment on the videos. It lets YouTube know I'm doing something worth watching over here, and it lets me know that you like the content. In the bottom of each video is the description. There's a link there to our Discord channel. Follow the link, subscribe to Discord, and I'll give you a heads up. We're having a little trouble with these signups, but I will see your name pop up. I will make you a member as soon as I can. So just a little patience from you, please. Once you get into Discord, make sure you watch the how-to videos, videos number 8 and 9. It's all about Discord if you don't know about Discord, and the other one is all about installing scripts and labels. There's a link to our Discord. While you're there, visit the trading floor with Gregster and River Place Dad doing their due diligence on stock picks most of the day. Over in options trading, we have It's Me Bob. He's pretty much there every day doing options. He gives pointers throughout the day, and he occasionally holds a live stream when he has enough participants. Gives you a little bit more detail about options. Never trade off of my screen. Make sure that you are on your own platform. I don't want you to lose money from YouTube delays. And I think that's about it. I appreciate you joining us this morning. I'll do another walkthrough about 7:30. Right now, we're watching for this bullish column to take off. It's pretty slow this morning. Good morning, Broke Joe. Thank you, Pedro, for that comment. That makes me feel a little bit important. But in all reality, it's not about me, it's about you. I want you to be profitable. That's why I'm giving all this stuff away, holding these live streams to show you how to use the tools. I want you to make some money. And as soon as we can get into the correct market, you'll see how valuable this information is. It's pretty good right now. We're finding the cream of the crop out of a nasty market. So it should be much better if we can get a bull market here in the next 6 months, year maybe. Hopefully we don't have to wait that long. Usually the final quarter of the year is really rocking, and this one's not. Broke Joe, I don't offer anything. And have you seen, was that before the last day or two? Because I put in a lot of security measures in Discord. Hopefully that wasn't yesterday. But I don't sell you nothing. I don't offer additional training unless I give it to everybody in these live streams. So don't fall and become a victim. If anyone approaches you for money or tries to sell you something, report it to the support department. Create a ticket, let me know. They'll be gone really quick. Got to really watch the rip-off artists. They're pretty experienced. They will call you and tell you your light bill didn't clear. Write them. Get your credit card out and pay them right now. Don't fall for it. I felt kind of bad yesterday. I had a guy text me. He says, hey, I need you to extend my garage. Could you come out and give us a quote? And it fit the spammer's text to the T. Because I was expecting his next question to be, do you accept credit cards? And I always reply, yes, if it's your credit card. And I kind of made that reply, and luckily the guy that had texted me called me immediately and said, this is not spam. I said, oh my God, I'm embarrassed now. But he thought it was pretty funny because he owns a business and he's going through the same thing about all of these people trying to sell you something. They got to watch how I respond. There's new people moving into the area. Now, not all of the numbers are spam numbers because they're from other states. So now I have to actually respond to every number. Broke Joe, can you tell me who that user was? And was it through Discord? I am a builder, Dana. I'm trying not to be a builder. If you will click that YouTube subscribe button. I've been at it 47 years. I'm tired. I'm ready to quit. Good morning, Bo. I actually have 11 general contractors licenses from 11 different states, including Florida, the Carolinas. I cover the whole southeast coast. I don't anymore, but I still hold those licenses. Still waiting on some volume spikes to kick in. My main goal is to give you the best education I can give you for free. That's my goal. That was from day one. I have no intention of changing it. But I would like your support over on YouTube. Plus, whenever I create a new indicator, that's where it launches. And if you're not a subscriber of YouTube, you will never know. Robert, I don't do jobs that small. I don't change doorknobs. I don't replace your kitchen floor. I don't clean your windows. I'm more of the builder, additions, commercial jobs. I've been to PA. I've been to Hershey's factory. I've been through the area. Good job, Robert. Oh, I thought you earned lunch. Kyle, I don't have any crews. I haven't had a crew for 15 years. I hire local companies who are professionals and I let them deal with the employee situation. So if you're a local cabinet shop, I will sub my work over to you. Or if you're an electrician, you have an electrical company, I'll sub my work over to you. I haven't dealt with employees for so long, and that's been a blessing as well. So if you ever want to enjoy the construction business, reach out to your local people. They'll make a deal with you. You'll still make your money. Just put yours on top of the quote. Have them meet you out on a job and give you their quote. Say, this is my electrician. He's going to look around and he'll send you his quote. Put yours on top. And when it's time for each trade to come in, you just call them and let them get to work. You do it that way, you get all professional people. They're actually in the business with a brick and mortar company, except for painters and sheetrockers. That people just don't have an office for that. But you can find a good crew out there and just hire the company itself, let them deal with the employees. Made my life easier. What prompted me to take that direction, unfortunately, was a minor heart attack about 15 years ago. I said, oh no, what am I going to do? I can't get out there. And the Lord provided the solution like he always does. Pedro, that's true. Quickly get out if you're wrong. I don't care if you have to wait 2 days to get your money back. Get out of it. A lot of you are still on the PDT rule. I think, I don't even know, do you get 3 trades a week? Is that what you get on the PDT? So you may lose one of your 3. You could lose 2 of your 3. But don't hang on hoping for a recovery. Good morning, ALV. Tile I heavily advertise. I have a construction website, gaspardconstruction.com. And I've been at it so long, I have so many repeat customers that are always calling back. Still not much moving this morning. Broke Joe, I've actually done a test. I bought a couple shares of 10 stocks, and 8 out of 10 hit if I just trust the indicators. That may not be the case for the next test of 10, but it was very impressive. I'll settle for 7 out of 10. I would imagine there's going to be days when the market's better. It'll be 9 out of 10, maybe 10 out of 10. But that's how I tested this setup right here, was to do 10 small trades and see how many of them were actually winners just by basing it off of the indicators. Some of them were only small gains, some of them were large gains, but overall it was profitable. ICU is creeping up. It's been creeping up since yesterday. Bro, Joe, we've all done the same thing. Get out too early just to watch it go up another $1. We've all been there. It's kind of like you see a little pullback like this, I'm out. Without even thinking about it, I'm out. And then it goes up. I mean, that's okay if you're into some money already. Pedro, you are correct. That's why I don't trade the first 1 or 2 candles at market open, because volatility will destroy any indicator. I don't care how good it is. Market open can be disastrous at times. It's going up. I'm in. And that big red candle comes. Jimmy, I do if it's in this list. I really don't even know if they're at a high of day. I continue to just play the numbers. Numbers, and can I get an entry? My entry's going to be on the pullbacks, always. So if I was interested in this stock, I would wait to see if this 5 moving average is going to turn around, because every time it dips back towards the blue line, you get another run up. Dip back toward the blue line, you get a run up. Dip back toward the blue line, you get a run up. So I would be watching here for the next green candle and for that 5 moving average to turn right back up and try to catch it as soon as I could. Now this one is a little overextended. It's been struggling for 2 days to get to this point. I don't know if I would trust that theory on this cheaper stock. But that's how I play on my weight on these pullbacks. Oh, this 5 moving average. This I would not have bought into, I'll be honest with you. I probably would have picked it up here. And I know you're thinking, it's easy to say that now that it's already happened. Well, you have to watch it on your own and watch for those dips and see if I'm telling you the truth. That's the only way you're going to learn it, is to experience it yourself. Broke Joe, I do. If you're using V4 or V6, you can just hit this studies icon, edit studies. Right here, you'll find your V4 or your V6. Just click the gear icon and change buy to 5 and sell to 13. Both of these EMA lines, the smaller number always goes above the larger number. Dana, I like to see a green arrow first. Like, I would still be waiting on this one. I want to see that moving average turn back up. Don't have to go far, but a turn up with a green candle would probably trigger me. Just like here, it pulled back. The 5 moved down, and this first green candle, you would probably pull the trigger there. So I would be watching closely here. This stock, these cheaper stocks, they're really unpredictable. But this is the point I would be watching. I think this one's probably at a top. It may not perform, but it might. You never know. If this stock had a lot of volume and you weren't seeing these delays, it would be a much smoother ride and a much easier call. And it looks like it's going to cooperate. Much easier to do on a stock that's up a couple bucks already, $2, $3, $8, $20. I know what it does do for me. It keeps me from going red the moment I pull the trigger. If I just patiently wait. Broke Joe, I'm Central Time, so my time would be 6 a.m. The East Coast is 7. I think the West Coast is 4, maybe. So this stock is at a top. It's probably at resistance at this level. So this floating sideways here, I would not have made this play. The plays were back down here, and here, and here. But practice that, look for it, let it prove itself to you, just like these indicators. Don't just trust everything I say. Put it into play without buying. See if the theory's true. I think you'll find out that it is. It's 7 o'clock and we don't have any activity. That's kind of disappointing. Of course, it's only 30 seconds after the hour. Maybe we'll get some news pop in here. Maybe somebody will release some news and it'll reflect up here in the numbers. We need to give them a minute or two to absorb that news before the stock will start moving. Good morning, NASCAR. Glad you could join us. MDAI. See, NASCAR called out it had news, and where is it? It's right here in our list. So now they're absorbing the news. The ones that first saw it jumped in, then it pulled back from those who were in before the news came out. Now, if it's good news, it should take up from here. It should blast off. If it's not so good news, it may just pull right back down. Now, the other investors are finding it. This right here will tell you how they interpret the news. Either going to rocket or it's going to fall. Looks like it's maybe fairly good news. Not seeing a whole lot of volume coming in. If it was really good news, this number would be flying. This is what you want to look for, though, these moving averages to be pointing due north. You want to see these arrows coming in. What we're not seeing is we're not seeing bullish here or bullish here. So I'm going to take it that the news wasn't so hot. And then they'll make a liar out of me and it'll shoot up to $6. That's how that goes. Because more people are finding the news, and there we're flying. So if you had fast fingers, you could have caught that. About a 40-cent jump. And even more. Good job, Dana. The whole key is don't be greedy. Talk yourself through the trade. Interpret what's going on. And grab a piece of it. Don't try to nail the whole thing. Just grab your piece. So now we have a little bit more profit takers coming in from this last bump up. Then maybe the late news finders will drive it up a little more. But you have to be careful because you don't know where the top is. There's the next flow. I think it's getting weak. Tim, I used to short, and I'll probably get back into it when we get into a better market. I just have a guilty feeling about shorting companies when we're already in a downfall in the market. I don't like helping drive them even deeper down. I have a heart, But yes, I do short. I just haven't been shorting lately. I know it's money, but I still have the guilty feeling that I'm not doing very much help. I look at things different than other people. Maybe it's because I own a company. It is a corporation, but it's not on the exchange. But I wouldn't want to drive somebody's company down in the dirt in bad times. Now, if we're in a bull market, the stocks are running up, and there's going to be some great pullbacks after the run-ups, yes, I will be shorting. Thank you for joining us, Tim. Tim, have you signed up for Discord yet? I'd like to know how the sign-up process went for you, if you did, or if you do. Thank you, Tim. So when you get to Discord, send me a message if you can. I don't know how severe the sign-up error is. If there's even one, he says he fixed it last night. But I did notice there was still an error this morning. So my name is up $2 on Discord. You can see the support tab, leave the message there if you can't, and you see my name, right click on my name and message me. So this was somewhat some kind of news. There was profit to be made here, not very much because it didn't have a real big run up, but it did run up $1. Of course, it didn't pop up for us till about right here. But I actually only saw it when it was really pumping hard at the top. It may have worked its way up. I'll have to review that video to see if I actually missed it. So the play here now would be is if you put in your resistance line, which would be here, and I always use the body of the candle. This would be support down here. So if we break through resistance, turn around and retest that level as support, if it cannot get back down through it, then that may be the next opportunity for the next run up. But it has to break through, turn around, and come back down and bounce off of it and then run up. My entry would be down here on support or close to it. And to bank on whatever it gives me on the run up and get out. Good morning, Sonia. So we did have a sign up at 7:05 this morning, and they look like they successfully signed up without me doing anything. It could be the CAPTCHA. If you don't complete the CAPTCHA, it's going to make you a subscriber, but you're not going to have a status as a member, so you won't be able to do much. Good morning, Super. Super, you haven't missed anything. We've had one little run up right here on the right. Good morning, Melanie. So we may be trying to break through on MDAI. Still resisting that level. Can't seem to get through it. Good morning, Gregster. We do have some good separation between the moving averages. We do have some spike candles coming in occasionally, but we do have resistance right in front of that candle. So it needs to break through. I won't chase the green candle. I will wait on the retest of this level before I even think about an entry. We all know it's going to shoot up. If you're not experienced, you'll get in and it'll pull back down and you'll get out, and then the rest of us will get in. How many times have you been that person that bought that candle and it pulled right back down and you had to get out and then it went up? That should eliminate it if you just let it come back around and retest. If it just runs to the moon, I just consider it I'm not chasing it. Always wait on a pullback. We did break through that level. That candle did close. Let me make it a little clearer for you. That candle did close above, and now it's coming back down to retest here. Let's see if it holds that level. It's not real impressive. It didn't really bust through it like I would like to see it. But if you're considering an entry, this is where you would start thinking about it with caution. Because this candle could just break right back down through it and it'll be a failure. It's all about price action and buyers and sellers. Over here, we're monitoring price action. You really need to get this one under your belt. This is an important one. Put in these support and resistance levels. Every time the stock reverses, throw a line. When it pulls down, throw another line. When it rises again, put another line. And you'll be able to play these levels. Good morning, Money Man. So this kept me out of the trade. So you've seen this happen numerous times where a stock just channels for a while and holds the price range. And you'll hear me call it out. I like that it's holding the price range. That's where you can either play it between the levels or you wait for a breakout. Because when they float along sideways like this, they have a good chance of either breaking up or down. Usually in pre-market, it's up. Moving averages are getting closer together. Good morning, Bob Peterson. So the lines are pretty close together here. This 5 moving average needs to turn around. We need to break through and come back down and retest. Still not getting that action. I'm going to go refill my coffee cup. I'll be right back. right, I have returned. Doesn't look like I missed anything. MBOT, not looking favorable at the moment. I'm going to say this is going to be one of the stocks that's going to run. Definitely holding its price level, and every time I see that, it ends up exploding out of the hole. So nothing's moving. Let's keep an eye on it. Couple more minutes, I'll do my final introduction for the morning. If you missed these introductions, you can always go back and listen to them on the pre-recorded video. This one should post after the live stream. Patiently waiting. That's all we can do at this time. If they're going to move, they'll appear. Otherwise, enjoy your coffee. Doc says I can only have 1 cup every morning, so I'm used to getting 2 cups. So I had to trick my body and just get a half a cup each time so I can have my 2 cups. That way I don't feel like I missed one. I only drink coffee in the morning, so I've always only had morning coffee, so I don't even worry about changing brands. He said as long as I have the one, that'll be sufficient. We may be making a move here. I'm watching it closely. This is what I'm talking about when they float along like this. There's a great possibility for a breakout. Jimmy, that's an idea. It's got to trick the mind into thinking you did what you always do. So we are making a move here. This is what I was talking about when they're holding their price level. This is usually what happens. Nice run. If you were brave and wanted to gamble, you could have got in here. I don't gamble. I'm going to wait on a pullback. See if it'll come down and retest this level and then run up. So that's a 40-cent profit had you gambled. Maybe coming down for that retest now. Or we may float along at a higher level. Good job, Stefan. Good job. Who loves lunatic? Sometimes I gamble. Most of the time I don't. So that was a good gamble. If you're still in, you're even making more. So I know there's going to be some profit takers in here soon. That's what's going to create the pullback. And then the rest of the buyers will come in. Hopefully one of them buyers will be me. This is what patience does for you. If you just have the patience to hang on and wait. See you later, Dana. Appreciate you joining us this morning. Looks like the profit takers have come in, just like I said. So we may get another run up off of this level. You have to wait for it to play out. You can see that moving average getting closer to the other one. It's not really the run up I would like to see. It could be much stronger than this. So use a little caution here. Looks like we may be laying into another channel here between these two lines. Hopefully it'll flatline again and another surge will enter. Jay, I haven't made any changes. There is an earnings scanner in Discord. It's on TOS Scans. Stephen, you hit your drawing tool. You go to drawing tools and you use this second one right here. Once you have it on your mouse, you can just put your mouse on the level and double click and it'll throw a line. See you later, Who Loves Lunatic? If you want to change the appearance of your line, touch it with your mouse and go to Properties. You can change how it looks down here and the thickness of the line. And I just leave it on the mouse. That way I can mark them as they happen. You mean, how did I know where to place the line? Is that your question? I place it always at the body, not the wick. So it turned around, it did a reversal, that's a mark. Over here, it came up, that would be the mark. You can see it's hit multiple times. When it came back down and reversed, you can see this was a support level and it hit back here as well. So as it's happening, you put a mark on each time it does a reversal as it's developing. So I knew it was going to go up and retest. I just didn't know it was going to be this slow. When the volume is this low and they're slow to crawl, I'm hesitant to get in. Jay, these are my settings on pre-market. 25 cents minimum on the mark, 10,000 volume. After hours pre-market 2%, extended hours changed in 1 minute. I never change it, it's always going to be the same. Make sure you save it. You don't know how to save your scan. Once you change it, you hit the middle of these 3 hamburger buns. Save the scan query. You should have the name there and save it. Few of you make the changes and you fail to save it. Tomorrow you have the same issue. Nice rise over here on MDAI. Looks like MDAI is going to set another new level. Candle did close above it. Now we're bouncing off of it again. Let's see if we can get a rise out of it. So this was resistance. It was bouncing off the bottom of it. When they break through and come back down, it becomes a support level if it cannot get back through it. Well, if you're not sorted by Momo, your list will be different. Make sure all these numbers are up here at the top. Just click this name several times until they line up at the top. That's all you have to do. Good morning, Marilyn. Looks like we're setting up for another run up. We're getting pretty high on this stock here. I don't know if I would chance it up this high. Let me back out of it a little. You'll see what I'm talking about. We came from way down here to way up here. So how high will it go is the next question. The higher it gets to me, the more riskier the trade. Like to catch the first or second pullback. Good morning to you. Glad you can make it. – Let me get that walkthrough done. I am Ricky Gaspard. I'm a guy who trades from his home office. I've been trading since 1990. I'm also a ThinkScript coder, and I've coded these indicators that you see on your screen. This is my latest creation. This indicator here is a momentum indicator, and it tracks the stocks over the last 30 minutes that are moving, and it gives them a score. The more they move, the higher the number. If they get a volume spike beside them, you'll see them climb up to the top of the list. So as the stocks take off, these two indicators work together to let you know. Once you see one taking off, you look over at the chart. I coded this pullback indicator. It consists of the 5 moving average and the 13. We look for a crossover of those indicators and these volume spike arrows to kick in. We always monitor this first candle. It's up here in the label. You see bullish or bearish. Down here, we check to make sure there's enough volume in the stock so we can get in safely in or out. Over on this end of this label, I coded a script that lets us know if there's more buyers or sellers in the overall volume of this stock. So to do it simply, we see a big increase in price up here. We see the volume spike going off. We confirm the volume. We confirm the crossover in the arrows. We see green and green, and we make our decision to get in or not. Never trade off of my screen. It's sometimes delayed, and the delay can be really extreme at times. This morning, it's running about 2 to 3 seconds. But set this up on your own computer. Don't trust mine when you trade. It's hard-earned money. And you could lose it if you trade off of my stream. There's a link to my YouTube channel. Subscribe to YouTube. That's how I get paid for giving all this stuff away. Subscribe to the channel, like the videos, comment on the videos, let YouTube know I'm doing a good job. It also lets me know if I'm doing a good job. Down below each video is a link to our Discord. If you haven't joined our Discord, I'll post a link in the chat. Once you sign up to Discord, go to the how-to videos and watch the last 2 videos, number 8 and 9. They'll tell you all about Discord, and the one below that will tell you how to install these scripts and indicators. It's very simple. You could probably be set up in 15 minutes or less. And come here each morning and watch the live streams and learn how to work them. So in Discord, we have a support department. If you have any questions, have trouble with installing, just leave us a message in support and someone will get to you as soon as they can. Visit our trading floor where we have Gregster and Riverdad doing their due diligence on stocks and posting the best ones they can find. You may want to visit that channel. It could be profitable for you. We have options traders as well. We have It's Me Bob in options, and he's giving pointers on options. He holds a live stream occasionally when he has enough participants and gets a little bit deeper into options. It's a good idea to join Bob if you're interested in options. We also have a futures channel and an IPO channel. Information gets posted in those channels as well, so make sure you explore all of the Discord. And I appreciate you joining us this morning as we wait for stocks to take off. Each morning we come here at 6 a.m. Central Time, actually much earlier. But it starts at 6 a.m. and we monitor numbers is all we do. These scripts will find the stocks for you. It will let you know which one's moving the moment it starts moving. It's a really good system. It'll allow you to cancel that subscription service you've been paying too much for. I've converted ThinkorSwim to be able to do this for us. I believe I'm the only one that's ever done that. And I'm patting myself on the back because now I get to share it with you. I love being here every morning. I'm giving everything away because I want you to learn. Everybody needs to know how to become financially stable or unstable, depending on if you win or lose. I have to say that. Nothing's guaranteed, but you get a good shot at it being a good call when you come to these live streams. Appreciate you joining us this morning as we wait. We're coming up on the 8 o'clock hour. It's probably going to die off, just like they're taking their profits here. The run on this stock was the last two runs back in the back here. I don't like playing the third one, and that's why, especially if it's close to the 8 o'clock hour. So if you want to join a good community of people, everyone is like a brother or a sister. It's all been a blessing for all of us. We'd love to have you on board, and thank you for joining us this morning. Todd, you loaded the wrong one. There are two scripts there. One of them says for shorting, and you loaded the one for shorting. If you do short stocks, you can leave that one installed. Just put the other script beside it, and you'll have up or down. Read the descriptions. It'll eliminate a lot of support questions for us. Watch the videos on how to install. Watch the Discord video. There's only a few of us managing support, and a lot of these questions can be resolved if we just participate like we should by reading descriptions and watching the videos. Lightens my workload, gives me more time to do scripting, and a little bit of time for me to trade. Todd, it's over in TOS scripts near the bottom. And I think I noticed yesterday one of them was missing. Let me double check and make sure. I've been doing a lot of house cleaning over on Discord. Yeah, one of them is missing. It's the shorters one, but I'll get it put back up there. So the correct one is there. Thank you, Marilyn. It's been a blessing for me to have you as a subscriber. It's a blessing to have all of you as subscribers. The channel is growing rapidly, about 30 a day. I remember when we first started, I was lucky to get 2 or 3 a day. So we're being blessed as we grow. Todd, I don't. That's just all that's popping up. My pre-market price is 25 cents to unlimited. The bigger large cap stocks, mid caps, they usually don't participate in pre-market. Sometimes we'll catch one, but no, we're not limited to just pennies. You like trading Tesla, Microsoft, AMD, those kind of stocks? I have a channel over on Discord called Large Caps. Some of these indicators, they figured out how to get them to work on large cap trading. So you may want to communicate with the guys over in large caps. Find out what they're doing. They'll be happy to share the information with you. You are welcome. Yes, I did. It's way out of my price range. So I didn't feel so bad when I saw it. Kind of wonder about Netflix though. You know, when you raise your rates, naturally your earnings report's going to be higher. So was it really from earnings? Or was it only because they raised their rates? Sometimes I question these news releases. Kind of like AMC doing a forward split, I believe it was, to raise their price. It went all the way to 14, and it dropped all the way back to 6. Now I think it's running around between 8 and 10. Well, I don't pay Netflix. I don't even have Netflix. I did have it for many years and realized, why am I paying for reruns? And I guess I was paying for reruns because there wasn't really nothing on TV that I was paying for as well. I guess you missed all that. My mic was off. So JXD, you right click up here, edit formula, never change. Uh-oh, I clicked on the wrong one. Let me start over. Momo, edit formula. So this 3 minutes is not, this is an indicator, not a chart line or anything. So I'm using this as a calculation number. It's looking back at a range of 10 candles times 3 minutes is 30 minutes. This script is looking back 30 minutes for anything that's moving. So if they're slowly building up, the buyers are slowly coming in over 30 minutes, it's going to give them a score. So this is only a mathematical calculation, not a time frame on a chart. You're welcome. Robert, you never change the Momo. It stays on 3. It has nothing to do with your trading. 3 minutes, extended hours are checked. If you change it, it's not going to perform for you like it should. So in a few minutes, this stock may make a final push before market opens. Just be careful if you play it, because just before market open, it's going to have some profit takers as well. So it may make a push up here. I don't know how high. Once you're trading long enough, you learn all of these little moves that happen throughout the day and throughout the morning. It still could happen. We're not too late. It's only 7 minutes after 8. You can see we're getting a little bit more activity now, getting closer to market open. This will start getting really busy. Not going to take my break this morning. I already had my coffee limit. So I'm going to hang around till market open. You can see our list is getting longer as well. These are stocks that I said start at the bottom, work your way up. And you may find some runners, or those that may run at market open. These stocks have had activity over the last 30 minutes. We just don't know what kind of activity they have had until this volume spike kicks in and lets us know. Robert, if you leave me a message in support, we'll tackle it after my live stream if you want to. Or if you want to compare yours to mine again, nothing's happening. I'll pull it over here for you. Just make sure you're exactly like you see here. On mark, not price, not last, but mark, 25 cents and nothing maximum. Volume 10,000. After hours percent change, the close is greater than 2%. Extended hours is checked in 1 minute. And in reality, you should only have your minimum and maximum set to the price of the stocks you can afford to buy. Because if you just leave it open like mine, you're going to have to sort through the mess. Try to find your price range where you could limit it right here. I always say you don't have to be exactly like mine. Trade your price range. Robert, your volume spike should always stay on 0.0 on both lines. Right here, these never change. We were changing them in the past. We don't change them anymore. ICU was up on the charts earlier this morning. It seems to have disappeared. Three minutes and extended hours is on the Momo, and you never change it. Right here. 3 minutes extended. You're talking about some other 3 minutes. I'm not looking at your computer, so I don't know what you're talking about. All right. Here comes that push, I believe, before 8:30, before the market opens. It may run up and then pull back right back down. Still trying to make that push. Good job, Hollywood. Wisdom is the sweetest thing when you get to my age. I've watched these things so many years, I can almost predict them, with emphasis on almost. But it sure helps. You'll learn through the years that you can actually tell a story about every stock and its price action. I knew there would be a push and I knew they would sell it off. And you learn these things as time moves forward. You don't pick up on them instantly. Couple more minutes, we'll change our scans and be getting ready for market open. Tim, I'm here 5 days a week. I recently went through some surgery, so I had to miss a few days. But normally 5 days a week, 6 a.m. till 9:30. If you didn't hear earlier, I also own a construction company. Sometimes I need to be there for them guys as well. So I may cut out early some days. It's all about multitasking when you live my life. Multiple things to get done. But if y'all hit that like button, I can retire sooner. So give me some likes, pay it forward. Show me some love. I am in South Texas. I'm near Galveston Island. I was actually born in Galveston Island. I am Cajun. My dad was Cajun. My mother was from Mississippi. So I'm kind of half Cajun. They used to tell me when I was young I was half ass from Coonass. I didn't think that was too cute, but I guess it's the truth. My mother was from Waynesboro, Mississippi. I hear they call them stump jumpers over there. I guess when the forest industry was there, people would crash their cars into stumps. Yeah, I'm planted here for life. I've been in other states as a contractor. I lived in Florida for 5 years. Just north of Pensacola, I stayed in a little town called Milton as I did 5 years of construction work there. And I couldn't wait to get back home where everything is normal. Thank you. Go for it. I actually remember when there were still cannons bolted to the Galveston seawall. So let's go ahead and change our scans over here before I talk my way through market open. We're going to put the all stock scan over here. I'm going to list the gap and run on this one. These are stocks that gap open higher than yesterday's close. They'll be slow climbers. I'll leave earnings here to see if anything fires on earnings. We have about 2 minutes to go. This column's going to get very volatile. Focus over here. Watch these top 2 or 3, maybe 4, for these volume spikes to pop in beside them. You'll know which ones are taking off instantly. I don't play the market open candle, the first green candles that shoot up a mile and drop 2 miles. So I'll be watching for them to shoot up, and then I'll be putting in my support and resistance levels. I'll be playing pullbacks a few minutes after market opens. I'm going to let it calm down. I'll play the final stocks that are left over. Some of you are fast fingers and you like to play that first green candle. Just be careful, but they'll be listed for you right up here. The SPY is falling, and I didn't say sky, I said SPY. It's showing an indication that it may open down. So those big green candles may instantly make a reversal, so be careful. About 30 seconds to go. Good luck. Let's see if we can get some spikes happening up here in the top. Looks like the list is getting shorter. We can try that one right there. Well, I missed it, that one. That's a mover. You can see this, the percent is up there in the 26. This one's up at 10 and it dropped. Now 12. Let's see what it's going to do. That's a cheaper stock. Would really like to see one take the first spot up here and really run. I was hoping this one would climb up the ladder and make it to the top. It just moved up one level. The SPY is kind of going up a little, not much. We're in an awful market, so we're not going to really get too much out of it. A lot of volatility. It's up to us to find the 1 or 2 winners. I'm not seeing these percentages really growing. This one was at 25%. It's down to 8%, so it's getting weaker. Nothing in the number 1 spot yet. SPY is holding flat. So learn to read these numbers. We're watching for growing percentages, and we're looking for some stock that's going to move up and make a good run so we can play a pullback, or so you can gamble. cheaper penny stock there. It's in the number 2 position. Not seeing anything impressive right now. TPST gaining a few cents. That's been moving all week. I think it may have started last week, really. Pretty weak start for this morning. SPY is actually doing not much of anything. Nice 10-cent jump on MITC or MTC. Bunch of cheaper stocks in the list. It's been that way for a few weeks now. Number 1 up here is really moving. It's a cheaper stock. Be careful of a halt on this one if you're in it. Halt level is only about 17 cents. Could see a pullback here. We'll mark the high. That's the high of the body of the candle, not the wick. I marked the bodies because this is where the candle closed. That's why I marked bodies. You cannot, Kirby. You'll see it just stop playing and look at your clock. It'll stop moving. It's a guessing game unless you want to pay or go try to find a free halt service. I don't think there is one, though. May want to talk to some of the guys on the trading floor. They may have a free service for halts that you can play in the background. Well, I'm not so impressed with this open. Not seeing any spikes in earnings. Coming through, looking for pullbacks. That's what I play. That's too cheap. Really cheap. Really cheap. Volume's not so impressive on this one. KTX, I think everybody was expecting that one to run yesterday. It's like it's giving a little this morning. See American Airlines down here making a move. Someone called that out this morning as soon as they got into stream. Good job, Sonia. Looks like American Airlines is going to pay off a little bit here. It's a slow crawl. Seen a bunch of stocks bouncing around over here on the watch list. American Airlines still moving up. I'm going to say it's anticipation of earnings or it is earnings. Without looking the news, I don't know, but it is in the earnings scan. Guess I could check it. Yeah, they had earnings this morning, and there's an earnings conference call at 7:30. Well, they've already had the conference call. So all that work from here to here was 20 cents. I kind of like fast. I don't like hanging on. If I can make it in a minute or less, I'm happy. That means you nailed the entry. You're welcome, Johnny. So the NASDAQ and the SPY are falling. This is why we don't have anything to play. We may have a few pop up here and there, but the market is falling again. Nothing new. Good job, Danish. Lots of cheaper pennies. That's where we're going to end up today, I'm sure. Waiting for the small caps to make a move. Unless you're an options trader, you'll be looking at Tesla and those other stocks. MTC is at the top of the list, not impressive. Up 33%, but I'm pretty sure that was from pre-market. See you later, Mr. Rodriguez. Have a blessed one. Amazon is in the list. So that tells you we don't only play pennies, we just have to wait for them to come up. NKTX lost that little gain it had. What was that other one? MDAI? It's bouncing around still. Needs to break that resistance level. Nice run up. This is why you put them in a personal watch list. This was a stock that was moving in pre-market. You always monitor them. This is the one that pulled back just before market open, actually pushed up and pulled back. It could go up to 464 if it continues to rise. We do have another level above this that we set during pre-market. It's up there at 464. Looks like we're coming back down for a retest of 419. Thank you, Habanero. This one's probably going to make it to that 464 eventually. There's that next level I mentioned. This is why you put in your support and your resistance during pre-market and track them all day long. Now, you don't have to wait till you hit it. If you're in profit, this is where you would take it. At least it's where I would take it because I'm not a greedy guy. Wasn't a big enough gain for me to be interested in buying it. I'm just calling them out for you. And that's why I would have taken that profit. Making another push towards that 464. Nice separation between the moving averages. That shows me the stock does have strength. We did have some previous spike arrows come in. Looks like it's going to fail. The run was back here. Or you could have played this little bump up from here to here. I feel much more confident when the SPY is going up. It's not doing that currently. I love teaching everyone what I know and what I've learned over the years. By calling these out to you, you'll pick up on them sooner. You'll know what to look out for. Not about me making live trades in front of you. I haven't made any trades this morning since we mentioned that. I like the higher price stocks. But if you come here every morning and you listen to these live streams and listen to what I'm telling you through experience, you'll pick up on these things. You'll be able to tell that story about price action. Makes you a better trader. Just don't expect it to happen overnight. See you later, money man. Robert, that 464 was a level we set back here in pre-market, right here. So as we had a reversal, we marked it out here. It turned into resistance here and failed. Then it fell way below it at market open. Then it came back up and that level was still there. So you start plotting them out during pre-market when it opens. And these levels will hold for several days, maybe months, as long as the price is in this range. No problem. So since we already have a level set here from pre-market, this would not be a level. Looks like the activity has died. Coming up on that 9 o'clock, it probably go flat. The SPY's not doing much of anything. It's not really falling. It did at open, but it seems to be consolidating, just holding a level for now. This one could bounce back off of 419 and try to hit this level again. Well, so much for that bounce. It never happened. That's why we have patience. Now it may become a resistance level. It may not can get back above this resistance line. So when the price was above it, it was support. Once it's below it and comes back underneath it, it becomes resistance. So this candle did close above it, so we broke back through. Now it becomes support again. You too, Mr. Rodriguez. You have a good one. God bless. I do, Ruth, when it's time for me to short. I usually don't short in bull markets when everybody else is. I don't like driving the companies down in the dirt when we're all struggling. But in a bull market, I will short because I'm only playing the dips on the shorts. The bull market, I like those long run-ups and those long run-downs. I don't feel like I'm beating them down in the ground anymore. But in reality, yes, most people short in a bull market, but I don't like driving companies down in the dirt when we're all struggling. I'm soft-hearted that way. Habanero, I do not have a video on my screen set up. It's very easy to do. This is actually the Market Watch tab on ThinkorSwim. So let's just pretend that this is still on the platform and you want to drag it to another screen. You just hit the hamburger bars. Let me see if I can find the right one. I think it's this one. Well, where is it? And you hit this detach right here and it'll break itself loose from the platform. And then you can drag it wherever you want to drag it around to another monitor. And that's basically all I've done. I've put my platform on a chart, then I detached it, drug it over here, put it on a watch list, detached it, drug it over here. So I'm just dragging detached layouts around. Thank you, Ruth. So we're making that run up, that second attempt to that 464. Habanero, and you can resize them too. You know how to resize. Just catch the edge of them and drag them skinnier or taller or whatever. Make them fit the monitor. Then hit your setup button. Once you get them where you want to have everything laid out, hit your setup button and save the workspace as whatever you call it. Then the next time you start it up, they'll all go back where they belong. Good morning, Jose. I think 4 monitors is the perfect amount of monitors for this type of trading. You can have 4 or 5 scans open at one time. You can monitor the SPY on another one. You can set up your 1 minute, 5 minute, and 15-minute charts. So when you click on a stock, you can instantly see the different times. Or you can just set 4 of them up like you see here and leave the active trader tab open, and you could trade off of 4 different stocks. You can watch 4 at a time. Or you could even watch 4 at a time on here if you just put 4 of these. Many multiple ways to do it. Well, we did hit that 464. Yeah, I know. I could have bought it. Looking for something more stable. Not something struggling to make the next nickel. But it does work. Plot those support and resistance lines. You can do the same thing I'm doing. The SPY is falling. Probably going to see a lot of red come in. Of course, we haven't seen much green, so that statement's not 100% true. It's okay if you don't like them or not. You're still becoming a better trader. There's always a positive side. You learned a little something by not being able to get out. So we're back down here at support. Will we travel back up to 464? Possibly. It's kind of hard to play stocks going up when the market's going down. It's one of the main reasons I'm sitting on my hands. The SPY is now trying to make a little lift. Will it get far? I don't know. Not much happening this morning. One or two cheaper stocks. That was about it. That's why I quit trading at 9:30 every morning. I don't like to sit here waiting. Hardly any volume spikes whatsoever. That tells me volume is dying in the market. Yeah, American Airlines had earnings. It popped up earlier in our earnings scan. Like everything is low volume today. Seeing a lot of red coming in the volume spike area. The SPY is pushing up a little. Thank you very much, Mr. Rodriguez. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, but I can only be patient for so long before boredom sets in. It's very easy to hit your limit in pre-market and not even have to trade the market open. That's what I like to do. Been doing that for years. Try to make it all early. Don't fight the crowd at 8:30 when it opens. Haven't had that opportunity today. That's great, Hollywood. That's what I want to hear. Brings joy to my heart. I can tell you guys love it because you're dedicated. I like dedicated. You are welcome, Super. You wouldn't believe how many people have told me that. Been trading for years and gave up. Now they're on fire again. Love hearing that. It's the main reason I did it. I knew everybody was having hard times, especially trying to figure out this market. We're doing okay for such an awful market. We're pulling a little out, nothing impressive. Sometimes it's impressive, but most of the time it's not. I know I'm ready for another big runner, like from 375 to 60 bucks if you were here on that day. Or from $3 to 14. We had that one as well. With no halts in pre-market, that's where you make a month's pay. Once you know what you're doing and that happens, you load up. You were here that morning. I had a $6,000 morning in about 10 minutes. Another investor had a $20,000 morning. So that's the kind of things that can happen in pre-market. Once you know this system, they're easy to call out. And we just happen to be playing it when that happened. I don't want to call it luck. I like to call it blessings. But those are the moments I live for. And they do happen 5 or 6 times a year. You just have to be there to play them. If you haven't joined my YouTube, please do so. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment on the video, let YouTube know that I'm doing a good job. That's how I pay for my coffee every morning. It's never made it much higher than that. Below each video in the description will be a link to the Discord. I will also post it here. Join our Discord. Come meet all of the other investors that are sharing information. We're one big happy family. Come and join us. It's not going to cost you anything other than your losses, but we hope to avoid those. Help me build a community of givers, people paying it forward. That's my goal. With your help, it'll be happening faster. Once you learn, you'll be teaching people just like you see me doing it. Maybe one day when I need a break, one of you can hold this live stream. And I'll go on vacation for a month. Just kidding. But it would be nice. So that's how well I want you to know the system and how it works and how to trade this type of setup. Build your confidence, get you going, show you that it's not all as bad as you think. Start making some money so that you may be the one taking that 1 month vacation. And together we can make that happen. So like my videos, comment on my videos, join our Discord, get to know everyone. Don't be afraid to give us a support call if you need help. And I thank every one of you for joining me this morning. Let me check it and see. Wow, I don't know what that was. YouTube blackout, maybe? Let me get you another link. It worked for me, but I'll get you another one. I don't know if y'all are still connected or not. Can you still hear me? Well, I hope I'm back. I don't know what happened. It went black. I guess it was YouTube. Can you hear me? Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just went black. And then everything froze. Let me get that Discord link for you. Well, I'm trying. All right, I got one copied finally. See if that link is valid for you. That is the moving averages, Neil. They should be preset for you, but you can check them by clicking Study, Edit Studies. This is the V4. You would click this gear icon. And there's that 5 and 13 on the moving averages right there. Yours should already be there, though. Gilbert, did that link work for you? Thank you. That's what I needed to hear. So Gilbert, you as well, if you have trouble signing up and you have a way to contact me, through support, or if you see a way to text my name, which is up $2 in Discord, right-click on my name and send me a message if you have an issue. We have a new setup to keep the spammers out. It had a little flaw in it yesterday. I'm hoping it's corrected now. So let me know if you have any issues, please. Thank you. You can even come back to one of these videos. Just pick any video and it'll pop a notification up on my computer. If you can't reach me through Discord, leave me a notice in a comment on one of the videos. Great, Gilbert. When I tried it yesterday, the CAPTCHA just kept looping. I would pick the correct one and it would make me start over. And then I'd pick the correct one and it'd make me start over, and it just kept doing that. All right, guys, my time is up. I appreciate everyone that participated this morning. I hope you learned a little bit more. And thank you very much for participating. I'll be here tomorrow. I think tomorrow is Sell-Off Friday, right? So it may be just as bad as today, but hopefully not. Maybe we'll get one or two plays in pre-market, put a little money in the bank before the end of the week. So have a blessed day, and as always, God bless. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.